pals, welcome to this week's bookish banter. So today we are going over everything with my book journal. So I want to give you the update on January, February, March, and then we're going to finish up April, and then we're going to set up for May. So I'm super excited to show you everything we read in April, and then go over some of my favorite books from January, February, and March, because I haven't really gone over like that set of months yet. And then, yeah, if you want to know what my TBR for May is going to be, that is a different video, not here. I'll give you like some sneak peeks, but not all of the books, because some of them I don't know yet. I have a mystery TBR that I do, and I'll explain that a little bit in the video later on. But I don't know what that book is yet because I haven't rolled for it yet, so I can't put that in here. But I will go over all the stuff that I use, how I have it set up, how we set it up last year. And yeah, I wanted to show you. I've had a couple videos on this, like, kind of catch traction again recently, so people have been asking, like, where's the update on your book journal? Here's the update on my book journal. Yeah, so I'm gonna flip the camera around and we'll get into it. Okay, so like I said, we're going to update my book journal today. So I have my book journal, my phone, and then I have this tray of all of my like pens, markers, my printer, my scissors. I use this little piece of cardboard so the pictures don't mess with my writing, and then that's the extra film and a little ruler. So the first thing we'll do is we will turn on my printer and hope that it is charged enough to print these two pictures. And then we go into collage, and we're gonna break it into 4 pieces. So I've got 5 book covers and 3 like other bookish photos that I'm gonna put in it this time. Kind of changing it up a little bit, but I wanted to start including a little more details of like my bookish existence. And like when I get special books or when I go book shopping or whatever. So we're gonna get both of these printed. And then I'll show you. Well, we'll just start from the beginning. So this is what my book journal looked like for 2024. So what I did is I don't want to get in the way. Every time I got a book, I put it in the book journal. So if it was an ARC and I got approved for it, went in the book journal. If I bought it, went in the book journal. If it was sent to me, you guessed it, went in the book journal. And that was fine, but there's a lot of them that are like marked DNF, but they're like not DNF. I just never got to them. This one I did start and didn't like it, but so this is what 2024 looked like. And then I wanted to change it up a little bit. So I knew I was gonna have, I built a spreadsheet, and I knew I was going to have like categories of books that I wanted to read. So I have like my physical TBR, my pre-order of the month, my fairy loot book, my book club book, and then ARCs that I get approved for. And then I had some like ideas that I wanted. So this is what January looks like, which I think is really cool. And it shows every book I actually read, held in my hand and was going to read or read. My book club book got shelved, and my ARC from Celadon got held for a different date on purpose. But then like I have all the ARCs I got approved for, my total like notes of the books, my favorite quote, my favorite book. February is really similar. I kept to a similar concept. And then March, again, very similar, but I ended up dropping out of my book club in March, so I don't have that anymore. So I didn't really fill out April when I started it. I've been keeping up with my ARCs and my book mail, kind of. I have another one to add. But we're going to put the books that I did read in here and get their information done. So these are what they look like when they're printed from that little mini printer. It's a thermal printer, so like it doesn't have ink. It's just based off of the paper that you use. So you just have to make sure you have the right paper. And it prints these really cool tiny book covers. I need to get bigger scissors. I know that, but I don't know where I put them, so I'm just using my little ones right now. My little scrapbook scissors. All right, this picture is actually going back in March. These two will go over here. All right, so let's see. The first book I read was Off Your Game, and that is a hockey romance. I love this book. I thought it was great. This one, go right here. And then after Off Your Game, I read First Time Caller, which is a super cute little rom-com. All of these book reviews are up on my blog on sambartley.com. You just go there and then click on book reviews, or if you scroll down a little bit, some of these will be listed on the front page. And then I started Bury Your Gaze. I haven't finished it yet, but I will like Sunday night, because my boss let me borrow it, and I want to be able to talk to them about it on Tuesday because we carpool together on Tuesdays. And then I read Exquisite Ruin. Another very good book. Oh shoot. Needed to leave room for the highlights. And then this monster of mine, which was my Fairy Loot. I also printed it out, the Fairy Loot cover of it. This is the Fairy Loot cover. But I wanted to put that down here for like my physical mail, right down at the bottom. And that's my favorite part about this journal, is I've just been able to like adapt it as I go through the months. And I'm kind of excited for how I want to set up May. What? Sometimes when I try to peel on the side that I cut, it doesn't like to peel. All right, so let's grab our highlighters. What colors do we normally use? Green, yellow, and purple. And then we'll grab our Sharpie. And it's and these are the, like, what are they called? Friction something pens. I don't remember what brand they are. Yeah, Pilot. They're friction highlighters, so you can highlight with them and then you can erase it. So like if I highlight there, and hold on, I'm gonna finish this real quick because it'll bug me. Or I guess even here is a good example. Oh, my eraser had stuff on it. Ignore that one. That's Sam having pen on the end of their eraser. Let's see, does this one? There we go. I can't believe I smudged that with pen. But yeah, it just erases. And then like I just rub the erase part off and it's good to go. It does like obviously warp the page because you wrote on it and then erased it. But I like them. They're very nice. And then, okay, so let's see. Off Your Game, that I read. That was, what was that an arc? I think it was an ARC. ARC, bought, borrowed, Gallery sent me this one, and this was a Fairy Loot. And then Off Your Game was actually 4 stars. And then everything else was 5. And the only reason Off Your Game was 4 stars is because there's just some really, really good hockey romances out there. And this one was just a really good one. Missed the second, really. That's all. All right, so we've got those ones in there. I am hoping I've got Bury Your Gaze that I need to finish, and then I want to add 2 more. I think I can get them done. I forgot to put the second I got 2 Fairy Loots this month. I got my March and my April in April. It was really weird. So one of them was either late or early. Okay, and so far my favorite book is probably this Monster of Mine. So I don't know. No, I'm not gonna call it yet. I'm not gonna call it yet. We still have like plenty of days. It's Saturday. This comes out Sunday, so I still have until Wednesday. I've got time. I can probably finish some. So let's get May ready though. So I think for May we're gonna do a similar concept, but I don't know. How should we set up May? I want to do, let me look at my spreadsheet. We'll do this together. I didn't think about any of this before I started recording, so we're just gonna do it live. Book tracking. All right, let's look at May. All right, I know May we have 3 arcs, so we're gonna get those because I know I'll read them. Let's And then I have a pre-order and I'll have my mystery TBR, but I'm not going to put either of those on there because Barnes & Noble has been canceling pre-orders and I don't know if it's actually going to come in or if I'm going to have to wait for it. So I guess we're not really setting up May so much as we were just finishing up April. I still have a little bit left. So when next week I'm doing my May TBR, so I'll go over all the books that I'm reading in May because I'll have my mystery TBR open by then. I'll have a better update on my pre-orders. So I'll be able to show you like my notes and my favorite book and I'll put all of that information in there. But yeah, this is April as of right now. But I'm really proud of how I've kept up with this. I'm normally not like, it's obviously January, I went real hard, and then it kind of got lighter, but it wasn't so much because like I didn't read everything. I didn't read this one and I didn't read this one. And then I didn't read this one. I didn't read this one. So like it looks like a lot because I was putting all of them on there. But then I just started to put the ones that I actually read. So I think that's where we're at for now. I'm going to close it up. And then, yeah, that's really it for today. If you have any questions about anything in my book journal or like my Canon Ivy or any of my markers, just let me know. And oh, I wanted to show you. So you can get 2 different kinds of like printer paper. You can get these little stickers that are like circles, or you can get the rectangle kind. So you can do either, and they both work in this printer. But yeah, so that is it for today. And I'll see you next Friday for Fiber Friday. Bye!